watching the style of debate in America change to, a system, an age-old system, a Western system where, you think one thing, I think another, we talk it through, the guy with the best point wins, right? To a system where we just create a villain, and if we don't like what the other person is saying, we tie him to the villain, and it ends the conversation. Shut up, Rick Sanchez, you're a Putin puppet.
Correct.
You took money from Putin.
Correct.
Why should I listen to you?
Yeah.
And it's at first when this started happening a while ago, I was like, that's so childish, I'm not even going to acknowledge it. And then it spread like the stage 4 cancer that it is. And all of a sudden, everybody thinks like that. Everybody thinks like that. It's like, you're connected to Russia, so floridly insane, but also so unimpressive.
The other people who call themselves journalists who work at all these places today, I started looking around and looking at MSNBC and CNN and Fox. Half the people who work at these places were former spokespersons for the Pentagon or the State Department or President Bush or President Intel, President this or President that. And I'm thinking, and they say Russians are state TV? We've got literally the person who spoke for the President of the United States is now the anchor at such and such a network.
Oh, I agree.
And they're all over the place. And what is more state TV than that? And most of them didn't even study journalism and have never covered a story and wouldn't know what it looks like if it hit him in the ass.
There's this one chick on MSNBC who I knew, and I can't remember her new last name. It was Nicole Devenish. Nicole Wallace is her name now.
Yeah.
And she was Jeb Bush's coffee girl and flack kind of in the 90s. And I covered Jeb Bush, so I remember her very well. She was totally incompetent then, but she was incompetent in this very specific way that people in Washington are. She was totally obedient to the message.
Yes.
No creativity, no independent thinking, pretty low IQ, nasty. But man, if you told her to say something, she would just say it.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to see someone like that rewarded in this great country, which I guess she has been. I think she's a TV show still, right?
When you are hired in the United States of America as a communicator, one of the first things you adhere to is the principle of power. So having access, if you're a local reporter in Wichita, to the police chief,
yes,
so that you can go out on the buy-busts that they're going to do,
yes,
or the investigation on a local politician, you yearn for that connection. Somewhere along the line, that never seems to be broken for some people. It's like, if all I got to do to be a good communicator is get tight with the mayor's office, the police chief, and then as you grow, maybe you end up at CNN. Now it's the State Department.
No, it's totally right.
CIA. As a journalist, I represent power. And somewhere along the line, somebody needs to slap the shit out of all of us and say, no, you don't. No, you don't. Your job is not to represent. Your job is to represent the people down there, the workers, the people who pay the taxes.
Yeah, and your
Those
audience.
people.
Yes.
They are the people you need to work for. Your audience, the average American. And they're not. They're like, the average American's here, but the people that I really want to impress are over here because that's what gives me access. And access is everything. Access is growth, and it gets me the next job.
Did you ever know Jen Griffin at Fox, the Pentagon reporter?
I think I may have met her, but no.
I don't want to single her out. She's perfectly nice. That's not true, actually.
Pentagon reporters are usually salutists.
Whoa. And what's interesting is she just carries she lies and she carries the Pentagon line, not the kind of top, not the defense secretary line. He's a political appointee, but the permanent Pentagon, the interests of this agency, the largest government agency. And she just carries her line no matter what. No matter what. It doesn't matter how implausible it is. It's a neocon line. It's a very strict
And when you
neocon
challenge her, when she's on your show, which I'm sure you had this happen, because I had this happen at CNN, I'd have the Pentagon reporter on, and I'd challenge her on a question. She would complain to management, and then management would call me in and say, hey, take it easy with your questioning and what you were doing.